Hello everyone. In the last slide, you have seen that we are talking about the data set, the SMS Asian data set, SMS corporate data set, National University of Singapore data set. So our next phase is to implement, we have to implement it our using machine learning techniques and on the basis of this various background data set. So uh, if we talk about the Singapore English, so this is an example that how the Singapore English has been written. So we can write hey as you still wanna for facial timer timer something NOE you gonna kill me. So it's a basically Singapore English weighted hello cats any happening there hey 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 and if we talk about the Indian SMS dataset, so this is an example of Indian SMS dataset. It's a basically of the uh, spam and not a spam. So if we talk about the spam, the first one this is talk about the spam. So you get rupees free call talk time you get that you have won a hundred or 350 talk time. To get this talk time please press this link. Noida Airtel bank is a very common term that you use in the spam messages. Delhi service voice toll free MRP, the MRP of this thing HDFC, that you get the HDFC. So this is a word type of word cloud that uh, has been used in the SMS spam for the Indian context. And if you talk about not about the spam message, it's okay, not a spam. So it's a good SMS नहीं के को की हैप्पी का किया क्या नहीं लिए के डे life is there. So this is the word cloud. Second word cloud is not a spam message. So we can easily describe or easily explain or my explanation is sufficient that on the Singapore based English and on the Indian context based English the type of writing the word the type of writing are different for different context. So I have taken the first as a SMS corpus for the Singapore based English, and then I have taken the Indian SMS dataset. So first by what I got the result from these. First, I have the data set that make the labeling of this data set. This is the SMS corpus, a Singapore-based corpus, and I have get the labeling on the basis of 0 to 1. Then implemented bag of word model. Out of these, total are 5572. For training set, we have taken the 4179, and the testing set was 393. And then the training or testing data we have set. Then finally we get our vectorized model, vectorizing our data set, in which the first we have equivalent the step for the previous cell, and the testing and training data set has been turned. So this is a cloud of say spam words. So please call SMS, call yo UK urgent land orange wanna want claim bill. So this is a SMS corpus based word cloud of spam messages. Then I have taken the relative frequency of these words using a bag of word model. Find the precision and accuracy. When we find the precision and accuracy of using the Navis classifier, the spam classifier, we got it about 95.95%, say 96, about 96%. And type of that I cannot pick the phone right now. Please send a message or congratulations, you are awarded a 1999550. So it's true that the second one is a spam. It's true. If you cannot be awarded this type of use money at your mobile SMS, so this model works like that. I have tested this model and got the 95.96% accuracy using the same SMS corpus bit data set. And I have tested that which is spam messages, which is not. This is an example of this. In the next implementation, there's a not a spam word time. Okay, now got, get, take, go. So this type of word still one ye things. This is not a spam word. So this is a word cloud of not a spam words, and this is a word cloud of spam words. And on the basis of spam words and not spam word, we have called it the frequency of these words, and basing on some training over a machine, then we find out that okay, if a new words comes and new words are awarded money and congratulations on the basis of this, we find that okay, it's a spam or not spam words. Then making some spam classifier, calculate the TF and say IDF and frequency words, and using some we get the final comparing various models we have get, and using these models we get the comparison of this say the first things that I have done, the first approach I have done using the simply the cleaning data implemented backwards model to find the accuracy. The second thing I have taken that okay TFD calculation the term frequency and the intermediate term frequency we have used for the training and testing purpose and find the getting the result. So result is not about the mode say it is happening as a 98.20 type of accuracy we have got. The same logging using the logistic regression model on the training and testing and wait time is at say 575 milliseconds. And the next approach that I have used using the term frequency that okay this is a spam ratio of this word, the claim price UK guaranteed 1500 1000, and this is a type of say when you say spam ratio the GT, and this is not what the spam, so spam ratio is very less of these words say 0.20 0.761 and the spam ratio of say claim, if it's a claim price 470 point something. So because this word is a spam word and repeatedly more in the every say common messages, so term frequency is very high. So using this term frequency we can find easily that which is the term frequency of this word and what is the total weight of this message using this term frequency. Second approach is that, and then we find a model, we get a model that okay if you say when say money is a spam ratio 0.67, money is a common word, but if say awarded is a very say high frequency 1.150 of the price, the 470 she will say for simple word she is 0.561. So we can find any frequency and any text new frequency using this model. This is our next and the final approach of what we get, that okay so in the basis of term frequency we get the 95 say 95.5% frequency, we use logistic regression we get the 98 point frequency, but when I use the SMS Asian dataset, so on the basis of written of Indian English I use the same Bayesian learning SVM DT decision training various model I have used, and I got the less ham accuracy and the spam accuracy. Why I get the less SM and ham accuracy? Because our Indian writing of English and the different as the Singapore of writing of English. So if a model that have the combining word of English and the type of kiya, kya, मैं, kyun, this type of words, so our accuracy will definitely be low. And this is a final result that okay we are getting the low accuracy when we using the Indian English SMS based data set and some English or the combining base, the accuracy will low on the basis of training our model. So that is our final approach that okay when we any researcher is claiming the 98 point something accuracy with this SMS spam say corpus data set for the Singapore English, but if we talk about that Indian English context, that's a become approx say you can say the 90 or approx 90%. It's not up to the 98 or something percent. So what is my future things and that extending as a project I have done till so far that I can build a model that can be fitted using multiple background data sets. That I use the tools SMS spam, SMS corpus, or the Singapore English, SMS Asian. So our next target is to use for the large data set for the Asian context. That is also a challenge to get this type of messages for the Indian and the English background data set. And apart from the machine learning techniques, we use to implement the personality profiling, because one SMS spam messages is a spam for one type of person and it not a spam for other type of person. So that we can also be used, and I think we get the decent result using the same model on the multiple background data set. And so our next target is to using the SMM spam filtering on the very large data set on the various background data set. So I have implemented the Indian corpus based data set, SMS Asian based data set, SMS Singapore based data set, and what's the result. I think you find some knowledge from this, and if related to the implementation part, you can drop a mail for the same and how I implemented this thing. So you can touch with me with my mail ID. So thank you so much for watching this.